4 cups of bread flour, 2.5 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, put it in 500 mils of water, and 2 teaspoon of yeast. That is our dumpling. And obviously you're going to check how if your dough needs more water, or the 500 ml will be fine. Cover it and let it rest for 1 hour, and then knead it for a couple of minutes and cover it again. We are just developing the gluten, and I didn't want to knead it at the beginning. Why? Because I'm lazy. After it has rested for another 30 to 45 minutes, I went ahead to brush the plate that I had intended to put in the pot. You'll see when that happens. I'm showing you this step, guys, so that you can see that sometimes you have something, you think about something in your mind, and you think that it's going to work, and it doesn't work. So the ice cream scoop, uh, it was supposed to make my life easy and to measure the exact same balls for me, because I'm making dumpling. But I think I didn't tell you guys what I'm making. I'm making chicken and dumpling, but I want the dumplings to be small, right? So I wanted to use the ice cream scoop because I felt like it was going to make my life easier and I'll get equal sizes and all of that, but it didn't work out. So I'm showing you guys that part so that you understand that not everything that goes in my head works. Sometimes I think about the most craziest things and think they are going to be perfect and I'm just going to cruise and all of that. But Kante, all I needed was to measure my dough with my hands like I'm making fat cakes basically. So I have been boiling water in a pot, and I am putting this I don't know what to call it, hot pot, a stand where you put it. This I used to put my hot pot or my kettle onto. And initially I wanted to use this plate, but I realized that it was too big. I wasn't going to be able to pour water because I'm doing small dumplings, although they were taking 10 to 15 minutes to cook, but the water was going to evaporate eventually, so I needed to keep on adding on to it. Make sure you brush your is this a casserole or a Pyrex dish, or whatever it is that you're going to use, with oil so that your dumplings don't stick, and make sure that your water is does not come close to the Pyrex dish, because once it starts boiling it will jump onto the dumplings and then they will be soggy, and we're trying to stay away from the sogginess. Close the lid, make sure that there's no water on the lid. This is after 15 minutes. This is how they look, and I carefully take them out using a thorn. And each time after you take some out, please brush with oil again. Just don't make it too much. You can see why I needed a dish that is smaller than the pot, so that I can keep on adding the water as I'm cooking. My cooking, guys, it needs a lot of patience. It needs a lot of patience. You need to be patient when you are cooking, and it will make sense as the video goes why I needed the small dumplings. After the dumpling has been cooked, I then started on making my chicken. I did dice up or cut 4 chicken breast, and then I added butter onto the pan, about 2 tablespoons or so, and then seasoned the chicken with aromat. Then I'm going to pan fry it until it is well cooked. my chicken is ready, and I'm going to take it out of the pan and then start on the sauce. Unfortunately, I let it cook for a little while, and then my pot was starting to burn. I did add a little bit more of the butter onto the pan, and I always say, I sometimes don't give out measurements on other things because I cook for 3 people. You could be cooking for more, and your chicken might be more, so you'll use your own discretion. For my family, I would say, eyeballing it, I use about 2 tablespoons each time. It was 2 tablespoons for the chicken, 2 tablespoons now. And I just added my onions onto the pan, and I'm going to let them cook. I forgot to reduce the stove. It happens, guys. This is home cooking. Nothing is ever perfect. Things don't always go according to how we want them to go. And then I added a little bit of water there. I did cut 1 carrot into just, you can cut it anyhow you want. I didn't shred it, but I sliced it and cut it in this way. And then I added that onto the pot. This was just for color. You can do yellow, orange, green, whichever way you want. And then while that was cooking, I went ahead and started slicing my shiitake mushrooms. I added the mushroom onto the pot, and I also added garlic. I cut it roughly. I didn't mince it or grated it or anything. And then I'm letting that cook a little bit, and I did add about 2 tablespoons of I don't know, 1.5 tablespoon of flour. And then I also added 2 tablespoons of chicken stock dissolved in 500 mils of water. We are making the sauce for our dumplings, so it has to be somewhat between, how do I put it? It shouldn't be too liquidy and it shouldn't be too thick, And then I adjusted my seasoning a little bit, not too much, a little bit. I know it looks like I added too much, but a little bit. And I added more water as well onto this because I needed to make sure that it is not too thick. So this is not a white sauce. It is just chicken. This is what you would call chicken soup, ne? In simple terms. And then I added onion powder. I also added garlic powder onto there. I didn't add anything that has color because I did not want my soup to change color. I also added chili flakes for that little bit of heat onto there. And then yeah, onion powder and garlic powder. I thought I didn't show you guys, but now that I'm doing the voiceover, I realized that I did show you guys. So that is the sauce for my chicken soup. And if you want, you can add a little bit of vinegar, either apple cider vinegar or white wine vinegar for that punch, I think, if you want, but you don't have to. Honestly, it tasted yummy as it is. It looks yummy. And if you've got greens, you can add greens. I didn't have spinach. That would have been okay. That would have been wonderful, but I didn't have that. And I also added chicken. I added it back onto the pot. So I think by now you realize that I did not use chicken pieces because I wanted something that will not break apart. I don't know if that makes sense. So I had a little bit of sour cream in my fridge that needed to be finished. Sorry, that needed to be used up, and then I added that onto the soup. I think if I were to measure it, I would say it was 1 full tablespoon of sour cream, and it just took it to another level. My food are now ready to be served. My chicken soup is ready, and then we're going to serve that with dumplings. That's what we had for dinner. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share. And I hope to see you on my next upload. Bye.